Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Photoshop Masterclass course. We are continuing on the layers section with the exercise. Use an adjustment layer to customize an image, and that's exactly what we're going to do. If you guys go to resources, you can download an image, which is literally the uncustomized version of the previous image. 2 seconds, that glitched out when I brought it from one screen to another, but this is just an image taken on the front of my computer, basically, of me looking at my screens. And we want to take this particular hoodie, we want to change the color. I'm going to show you how to do it with adjustment layers coming right up. So we see the result right here. We've seen what it can become. I want you guys to download that from resources and drag and drop and import it straight into Adobe Photoshop. But what we're going to be done is, or what we're going to have is this particular image, right? We click over, we see what it can be, and we see what the original is. Now, what we want to go ahead and do is we're going to use two particular tools. We're going to use adjustment layer, and we're going to return to use that quick select tool, which we actually realized was really overpowered in a couple episodes ago, right? So let's go ahead and do it. Let's come up here at the desk, and I want to go over here and click and hold and go to the quick selection tool. By all means, go ahead and adjust the brush size, whatever brush size you want. I think I could just go ahead and leave it on the brush size it is, and I'm going to click and hold. And as you see, it's actually highlighted some of the gray, which we don't want. But what I want to do is I want to just highlight everything we do want up front, right? And it'll latch onto some other stuff, but we can go ahead and adjust that. So I've done a quick highlight of everything, and now I want to select the minus tool right here. So the middle one is the add quick select. If you click the one on the right, that is the minus. So you see the button is now turned to a minus, as you see, right? The brush. However, if it's the plus, you see it's the plus. So that's another good way to tell which one you're using. But with the minus, you could probably tell what I'm going to do. I just want to go over the bits that were not meant to have been picked up. And this is the quick selection tool. It's very smart, which means that it does its best to sort of find out and correct itself as it goes. So as you see, it might have messed up that before, but now it's doing a relatively good job of attaching itself to the patterns. And I just keep going back over it, back and forth, until I feel as though I've selected pretty much what I need to start doing an adjustment layer, right? And that is more or less the moral of the story, is once you've actually highlighted everything just like that, you can then actually go ahead and press Control-C and Control-V, and what that'll do is that'll duplicate the actual bit that we've selected. Now, that is not the only way to do it. Alternatively, what we could do is simply leave the selection going here. And actually, in retrospect, I think that might be a better idea, opposed to making it a different layer. Let's just leave that selection covering solely my actual orange part of my hoodie. Also, what I want to do is literally just select this right here, which is this sort of other bit of my I had a cashmere on underneath this, right? It was a little bit cold in the office that day, so I want to grab that as well. And let's actually just go to Hue Saturation. Now let's go ahead and hit that, and we see that it has created a hue and saturation over only the bit that the quick selection was actually over. And now to change the color, it's going to be as simple as getting this slider wheel up here and literally sliding the wheel just like it does, and sliding it over to whatever color we want. Now, we saw what it was like with the purple, right? And it's live. We can now change this color to whatever we want. In fact, you know what? I'm kind of liking this sort of bluish right here. I think I might just go for that. So we can then hit the in arrow, and just like that, in a matter of, under 5 minutes, we've taken a color, we've customized it. Oops, sorry for clicking everywhere. We've customized it. We've made it, better, essentially. And of course, this is only better based on what you would be doing. So for example, orange is great if your text is orange. However, we're exploring the scenario of changing a color of something in a scene to make it match something, right? So that's sort of the way we've done it here. We've had the title be the same color as the hoodie, and I think that's a pretty cool way to do it, right? That's a pretty cool execution of the hue and saturation tool. Also, that's only one execution of the hue and saturation tool. There's plenty others, but overall, that right there is our exercise done and dusted. We took the image. If you guys made it through, we actually took this particular image and we customized it nicely. Alternatively, we could also do a couple different extra things, like add a brightness and contrast, and bring that contrast up a nice bit. Maybe turn that brightness up the slightest bit as well. So now if we turn both of these off, we're seeing that was the image before. This is the image now. It's actually, it's a little bit more enhanced with that with that brightness and contrast, as you see right there, toggle it on and off. You can see what we're getting out of it. We're getting more depth to that image. And also, you can definitely see what happens when we toggle on and off that hue and saturation. Clearly, that right there is obviously doing something. But that right there is the exercise done and dusted. We'll be back with more value coming up.